wanted to read something that I wrote. It's actually not what I wrote, but here's like a draft that I passed on to Frida and she ran out of time. But I'll read this one anyway because it came from the heart. I was asked to write something, as a lot of us were, and there's going to be a little booklet that Frida's putting out of reflections from her great-grandchildren, children, and so I wrote something that I felt like sharing, but at first I wasn't going to share it because it's not complete to me, but then it doesn't matter because it captures the spirit that I was in. I stayed up. I meant to just write a short thing, and I ended up staying up till like 3 o'clock in the morning. It was my time of kind of processing and meditating and getting tears out and getting focused, because I've been actually feeling really, very, very positive about Grandma's passing away, remarkably at peace with how she passed away and where I was with Grandma and where I felt like Grandma was with really everybody that I know she had a relationship with. And I can't think, when the phone rang at like 3 o'clock in the morning when my father called, I knew exactly what it was. It was just like, it was boom. And I turned and I stopped before I picked up the phone, and I took a deep breath, and I picked up the phone, and I talked to my father. And, I mean, I cried, but then I called my daughter, and my daughter cried, and we cried together, but it was a very beautiful kind of tears that we cried. It was a joyful, sad, but fulfilled. In Brazil, they have a word called saudades, and there's no translation for it in English, and it means longing, but not exactly longing. A sad fullness, a contentment, like the kind of feeling you have when, say, you talk to somebody you care about who's doing something far away that you know you want them to be doing, that you know is right for them to be doing, and you know you miss them, and you know you love them. But it's a full kind of, it's a beautiful word. So I would say that we cried tears of saudades. And so I wrote this little poem, and it was cool, I guess. Pauline's haiku. Bright red burning hair, traces of an Irish fire, black torch of wisdom. Grandma meant crossing the Bronx at night, waking to the heartbeat of glowing windows and night laundry strung under the open concrete moon, to the sound of 16-wheelers drunk on the dreams of our father's tall tales. He set flame to the open fields. He felt the raw whip he saved us from. He ran with Ranger and rode the pirate shores of childhood down flat rock with water so clear it could touch your tongue. He saved his pennies and knew how Forest Avenue earned its name. Grandma meant the George Washington Bridge was almost home. Home. Though we slept somewhere else, home was the place of cousins and uncles and aunts. Home was the house of endless doors, of endless arms, of endless voices and footsteps, of secrets and sanctuaries. Home was the 322 stones in the towering wall we climbed. Home was the brick that took my 2 front teeth and the arms I ran to. Home's was Grandma. It was the home of our past, and it is the bone and blood and sweat and skin and eyes and ears and hair and tears of laughter and joy and wisdom that will take us to tomorrow. Home was never like other grandmothers I knew. Home was never a tired old lady, never a rocking chair or body you passed on the way to someplace else, nodding with polite, all respect due. She was never about to not be. Grandma was the early morning smell of bacon, but she was also the root for morning, the A train morning, squeezing through open doors like a nickel out of an open hand, 5 steps ahead, weaving across Times Square and up 6th Avenue, leading by example, with her rapid, thin legs, never a closed fist, never, ever asking more than what she was not only willing to give, but for what had already left her open hand so freely. Home was never biding her time in this world, sitting on the couch with her paisano. She was our center, our gravity, our vibrant, alive, eternal force. Home was the first to notice when something was wrong. Home was the eyes you trusted, the voice you heeded, the pulse you checked when you scraped bottom, reached the top, or were stuck in the middle. She was where the buck stopped. Home was shucking corn, popping string beans, and standing on a stool doing dishes. Home was taking the dry cleaner clothes upstairs, making the bed, standing just when you thought you could sit, and coming just when you thought you were gone. Grandma was the fried chicken at Shea, the macaroni salad at Jones Beach. She was the trip to Mercedes with the birthmark on her face, the size of a 45 RPM Diana Ross single in Washington Heights. She was Florida water and a deck of cards. She was midnight mass at Christmas and a Buddhist chant in the afternoon with Buddha in the back of the drawer. Farewell haiku to Pauline. Farewell, our angel. It is your smile and laughter that will always stay. I love my grandma.